the Nepalese tonight. Let's have a look at the bowling figures at the moment. And Rohit Kumar Paudel, their captain, currently with the best economy off just 1 over, but have really liked the work of your man Dipendra Singh Ari. 3 overs, just 22 runs off it. He's very quick in the field and looking forward to potentially seeing him bat later on. Otherwise, Sandeep Lamashane, he's been looking very good as well, despite conceding that 17. He took the all-important wicket of Darcy Short in that over.
And you saw the figure, which has bumped up this total of 14 extras, which hasn't really helped. You take those away, and it's a really competitive effort. It's still not too bad. As you can see, exactly 10 runs and over through 9 overs at 3 for 90. If they can get Silk early, they'd really like their chances of trying to keep NT Strike under 200. New bowler, Jha. Gulshan Kumar Jha. Back to pace after a stint of slow bowling. From the southern end, right arm over the wicket, outside off stump, driving on the up straight to the field. Good dot ball for Nepal.
Skipper Rohit again doing some good fielding there. Ball came straight to him. He's had 1 over bowling so far, but he's definitely getting involved.
If the wicket-keeper, bottom of screen, directing traffic, supporting his captain, making a few suggestions to the field. Silk is working that from outside the off stump through mid-wicket. They've got 1. This is excellent running. They come back for the second. It will make it pretty comfortably. Throw was a bit wide. Silk was always going to make it, though. Just placed it beautifully into the mid-wicket region that stopped inside the circle. The fielder had to come in from the boundary. Beautifully placed. Silk retains the strike.
Great fielding there. Had to be good running between the wickets as well, and it was. As you said, Silk was always making that, but had to be on his bike. 3 from 3, Silk.
Gulshan, full toss. Did make the most of it. Oh, misfield. Broke through the hands of the fielder at mid-off and all the way to the rope. Costly miss by Nepal. Silk gets a boundary. Captain, bowler, and the rest of the team won't be happy. And in fact, it was the captain that let it through. So he's not had a good night in the field. He dropped a catch, which turned out to be a no ball. He's had a couple of misfields, and that is costly. Fortunately, not quite leading from the front at the moment. Total up to 3 for 96. Bit of a delay as Nepal tries to set their field. A player at short fine leg. Gulshan Jha charges in wide. Another extra to the total. To about 15, I think now. It's having an impact.
As you said, that would sort of bring them back down to 81. Their run rate at the moment, just over 10.2. I mean, they'd be relatively happy with that given the dewy conditions you get at the night games up here anyway. But if you take away those 15 runs, it's even better than that. A really sloppy start, but they're starting to build something now.
Silk looking hungry for runs. Gets plenty on that. Backward of point, down to the rope for 4. Beat the fielder inside the circle. Beat the fielder at deep point. And another boundary brings up the 100 inside the 10th over for the strike. Silk looking dangerous. He's up to 11. The over becoming expensive.
And that takes NT Strike over the 100-run mark, just before the halfway point of their innings.
Inside the off stump. Punched into the offside region. Player comes in off the rope. bounce return, just the 1 run. Carroll hasn't had strike for a while. Silk's been controlling that. He's up to 12. 12 off 6. Pretty good going. Last ball, and we're up to the halfway mark of this innings, with the strike scoring it over 10 runs and over. Darcy Short's been the highlight so far, 51 off 34. Weatherall got 11. Dickman a duck. Gulshan Jar tucks up Carroll, gets 1. They might think about 2, but the fielders were back onto it pretty quickly, including the bowler himself, who ran away to square leg. So 10 overs down here after winning the toss and sending NT Strike into bat, Nepal. The NT Strike are 3 for 103. Silk 12, Carroll 14.
And you mentioned that the Nepalese side sent NT Strike in to bat. Particularly these night games we've had the last week, Rob Cross. It has been the team that has batted first that has won, and quite comfortably. 103 NT strikes total at the moment. You'd think they're on their way to potentially more than 200 if they can keep up their run rate. And that would be pretty hard to chase. A quick look at Nepal's bowling attack at the moment. Shane again. He was the most expensive in terms of total runs scored, but he's also taken 2 wickets, and 2 very good wickets at that. Clean bowled Darcy Short as well as Jacob Dickman. Very entertaining character on the field as well by the looks of it so far. Here comes Alarm. Good strike out there from Carroll. They'll do some heavy running there and make it 2. Start the first ball of the 10th over. Alarm's ball again, taken relatively easy there. Again, they'll push for another 2, will they? Just easing into it, but would want to tighten up on 2 runs per ball, you'd think, Rob. That one through the keeper, keeping him on their toes.
Definitely looks like the slow bowlers are the way to go tonight. The quicker bowlers have been more expensive, albeit Lamashane going for 17 in his previous over, but he's got a couple of wickets.
And clean bowled again. Dangerous when they're striking. Rob Alarm on just his 4th ball. Didn't expect that one to come through at all. Seemed a little bit like he was just trying to ease into it, and bang. Struck while the iron was hot. Struck while their guard was down. Connor Carroll goes for 18 off 17 balls, and NT Strike suddenly at 107 for 4.
Yeah, terrific delivery. Carroll goes, could say, sounding the alarm, Will.
Alarm, he'll come in at the 11th batter tonight, so thought we might have seen him a little bit earlier than the 11th over. Alas, here he is, 2 each of his first 2 a dot ball, and then another great bowl, an unexpected wicket coming from Alarm. Andrews will join Silk at the crease.
Always the best way in T20 cricket to just drag the scoring rate back is to take wickets. They've done it again. And Andrews, probably better known for his bowling, can absolutely bat as well, coming at 6. Got to know how to handle the willow.
keeping them on their toes.
Bringing the crowd into the game, Will. It's exciting.
One left in his first over for Alarm. And just an easy block. Get through to the 12th over. NT striker, 4 for 107.
So that is the best over by an individual for this innings, 1 for 4. Gary's second over conceded just 4 runs but didn't take a wicket. So again, the slow bowlers are successful. Shane has a couple. And Alarm in on the party as well.
Looks like it'll be the skipper returning to the crease. Rohit Kumar Pordell. Just the one over tonight. 5 went through off him. He'll be hoping to replicate that again here in the 12th over. One pushed out, well fielded. Just the one off that one. Squeeze another one through. And NT strike have really dropped off here. Seemed like a little while ago that they crossed over that triple figure mark. Now just still sitting at 109. Silk goes bang. Drives that one into the outfield. But again, they can't really seem to get more than couple of runs at a time these last couple of overs. Singles only the first 3 balls of this 12th over.
Rohit, like the skipper, like the green tinge to the pitch, but it's the slowies that are doing the damage.
I'm now doing work in the field. Bring it back again, keeping them. Just one run there.
It's good energy too. They're charging in from the boundary. They're running back into position. Sense an opportunity. Keeper directing traffic.
So 5 singles off this over so far. You mentioned that crowd, Rob. It's definitely behind the Nepalese team and sustaining them at the moment. They've been really tight these last couple of overs, and when they haven't, a wicket will come. That one slips through the keeper's gloves. He lost sight of it for a second there. Getting to backstop position there, Samdeep Lamashane, and then pushing it back again. Just the one there, so 6 off the over. NT strike. 4 for 113, 12 overs gone.
I'm going to put the credit down to the bowler then, because I think he saw Andrews backing away, threw it out wide, and unfortunately the keeper couldn't control the ball and make it a dot ball. It slipped through his gloves and they got it by. But excellent bowling, because Andrews stepped away to try and hit it through the offside. Bowler saw him coming, threw it out wide, no contact was made, but unfortunately they still got a run through that miss by the keeper. Still, good over, just 6 off it, 4 for 113, the run rate back under 10.
Andrews getting back to ball there. Again, just pushing through for a single only, and they've really dropped the run rate down. Alarm on for his second over of the innings.
This is the key now, isn't it? Silk is the key.
love a wicket here, wouldn't he?
Little bump ball. They got excited.
Into the turf, and Alarm ready to get him if he was out of his crease. Wasn't to be. Strike there.
Oh, that's disappointing. Misfield out there at the deep cover point boundary, and they got back for 2. Should only have been 1. It was straight to the field. It was well timed by Silk, so fair bit of force in the shot, but really at this level, got to stop that. And they've allowed Silk to get back on strike.
In comes Alarm again. Drive will just be pushed out and then bring it back. They can't seem to break through for another boundary. They haven't hit a boundary since that 10th over, so almost 4 overs now. Rob?
Next player in is a local Matt Hammond, who plays for the Southern Districts club here in Darwin. Very well-credentialed player, but you just sense they're a bit wary of not losing a clump of wickets here. Still lots of overs in hand. Boy, they're running well between the wickets, though. Well placed, and they knew straight away, and they took off and got 2 pretty comfortably.
Last ball with the over for Alarm. This one not as tight. Still yet to concede a boundary, and that one will go through for a dot ball. 4 for 119 after 13 overs here at DXC Arena. And T-Strike. Well, they got out to a pretty good run rate early on in the innings, Rob, and it looks like maybe at this stage they're just trying to sustain it. As you said, wouldn't want to lose too many wickets in a clump here. They haven't lost one since the 11th over, but they've lost some of their big hitters. Obviously still got Silk in. You mentioned Matt Hammond still to come in. And Tom Andrews hasn't quite hit his straps yet. 5 runs off 8 balls, but well-credentialed player as well. They wouldn't want him to get onto a hot streak at all.
Having a long conversation, the 2 batsmen. They're going to press the go button now with 7 overs remaining. Quite a long discussion.
Airy back with ball in hand now. Mort for 22 off 3 overs. Can he break through for a wicket, his first of the night? Squeezing another single through.
Be happy with that. Silk gave himself some room, but almost yorked himself, and he could just succeed in digging it out and hitting it down to a longish mid-off, deepish long off.
Airy doing the fielding off his own bowling work. Again, good running between the wickets. They've been really, really hot on that tonight. NT Strike. Haven't really gone for anything they shouldn't have yet.
Well, Airy's not giving them much. He's just darting them in. That was a really quick ball for a spinner.
Oh. Clean bowled again. His first of the night, Airy, but this Nepalese outfit, they're proving a handful with ball in hand, aren't they? And it's Silk who goes 19 off 14. Matt Hammond will come in. Can he change the pace of the game? Tom Andrews, as we said, yet to really get off the mark, just 6 runs off 9 balls, and suddenly we were talking 200 runs. I think earlier we were talking possibly even closer to 400, Rob Cross. I don't think that's likely now, but that 200 as well, potentially looking like it's not as easy or as close as they thought it might be. And another great wicket. A few of them have just been clean bowled think that's the third one tonight that's just hit the top of the wickets and sent the bails on their way.
Brilliant bowling, just bowling darts, just spearing them in, almost like really quick Yorkers. And Silk is a massive wicket. And one player who might be enjoying watching this, not the fact that his teammates are going out, but Andrews might be looking at this and thinking, right, this pitch is suiting the slow bowlers, and a bowler like Andrews could be very damaging in his spell tonight. But Airy gets the wicket he richly deserved. It's been a magnificent over.
That one almost looked like he hesitated on it, but it's safe and it's cleared the boundary. First boundary in a long time since the 10th over. And Matt Hammond is on his way. Area a little bit costly earlier on. Although looking back now, not so much so. It's been a problem. Be very happy to break through with a wicket in this over. Try and keep it tight for this last ball now. And that one's beaten the keeper, and that you'd think is going to go through for 4. It's wide as well.
Yeah, 4 wides. What a disappointing way to finish. He almost was rushing a bit too much. So keen to get through the over, was he? Just lost that bit of control and undoes a bit of the good work of the over so far. Taken a wicket, had a dot, couple of ones, has conceded a boundary, which is a little bit lucky from the first ball that Hammond faced. But to finish with 5 wides and have one more ball to bowl is unfortunate. It's been a good spell.
A little delay as the ball went through, not over beyond the rope, but beyond the light screen as well. This is the last ball of Airy's 4th over. Just popped it up a little bit, well fielded. Oh, that had to be quick there. Is that going to be out? Umpire says no. They're keeping them on their toes though, aren't they? NT strike 5 for 130 off 14 overs. And that run rate has been brought well back into tow by the Nepalese team.
That's the end of Airy. He's bowled his 4 overs, 1 for 33. Magnificent performance. Got a richly deserved wicket in that 4th over. The final wicket of Jordan Silk bowled him for 19. Batting card there. Darcy Short led the way with 51 off 34 before he was bowled by Lamashane. Weatherald 11. Dickman with a ripping wrong-un from Lamashane. The 3rd ball duck. Carroll 18. Silk, who's just starting to wind up and look dangerous, out for 19. And so Nepal winning the toss, electing to bowl. Looks the right decision at the moment. They're going at under 10 and over. 6 overs remaining.
And 21 extras as well, which means they could be, in theory, on 109. That one's just sneaked up. Again, had to be tight between the wickets. Just snuck through for one there. Andrews maybe not as confident as he first thought. Hammond back on strike. He seems like he's burst out of the blocks. That fair on the first 4 on his first ball. But yet to add much more since then. Straight back to the bowler from Hammond. And Shahab Alam in now. This is his 3rd over.
The length they're bowling is absolutely fantastic. Right up in the block hole. Not too many short balls, and the strike batsmen are having trouble digging it out and working it away. They need to try and change the length a little bit.
The alarm comes again. That one has beaten all the fielders. That'll go through for another boundary. Andrews slowly starting to build some momentum in his game. And that one's straight down past the bowler. Won't quite make the boundary line. Squeeze through for another 2 though. Cracks that one again over the top of the fielders' heads and through for another boundary line, the second of the over. And this one may be a little bit more costly than they've been the last 5 overs or so. Its previous 2 overs, alarm 6 and 4. This one's already reached double figures. How is that wicket in the last over there? From Airy. Back live now. And at the start of the 16th over, it'll be the captain again with ball in hand. This will be his 3rd over coming up. Oh, first ball of the over, and he's claimed a wicket. It might be that danger man. It is Matt Hammond, the local boy. Gone. Another clean bowl, Rob Cross.
Yeah, great wicket again. Once more, the full delivery and the batsman hitting over the top of it. Hammond goes. And this bowling performance has been absolutely fantastic. Short early on, was dominating. We looked set for a huge NT strike score, but once the slow bowlers started coming on, slightly quicker through the air, tossing up the odd one, but their length has been the key. And that was a delicious delivery. That was tossed up a little bit more, hitting all over the top of it was Hammond. And another big wicket. Again, slowing down the scoring rate of the NT strike.
They've really been quelled at the moment. It's Rowett's first wicket of the innings. He said his 3rd bowling for the night. He's gone for 5 and for 6, so he's been relatively stingy with the ball as well. Been a part of their recovery with the ball. Now just directing some fielders. Fidel McMahon coming in. He's off and away. Just pushed through for a single to start his innings.
Pretty good fielding there by Kushal at the on the long on boundary. He got a bit of an awkward bounce. It scooted off the turf, which I think you pointed out earlier can get a bit slippery, and almost had to take it Australian rule style over his head.
McMahon had to duck there to get out of the way of the ball, but again they squeezed through for just another single.
We'll bring the score to you shortly.
Getting close to that 150 run mark as we get towards the 17th over here. Game 5, top end series. And that one's beaten 1. In the outfield, Airy, he picks it up and gets it back.
Good over by Rohit. He's conceded just 14 runs into his third over.
Oh, a little bit of a misfield there. Not too costly. Again, just the one run off that one.
So a wicket and 5 runs. Well, it's pretty good. 3 overs, 1 for 15 by my reckoning.
Yeah, very well done by the captain. Maybe looked a little bit nervous, as a lot of them did at first, but they've steadied for sure. Oh, and here comes potentially the danger man. Unsure which team he's going to be dangerous to, but Sandeep Lamashane, his bowling has been electric tonight. And this is going to be his 4th over as well, I think. No, just his 3rd. Claims 2 big wickets, Dickman and Short. And he comes again. Oh, well hit. Just the one. Andrews needing to be careful there, a little bit too cute. NT strike, 6 for 148, approaching that 150 mark. 16 overs and 2 balls in. Reverse sweep. Keeping it very tight there. Andrews not able to squeeze one. And there they finally get through again. Just another single. Nepalese fielding's been very good these last 5 or 10 overs, Rob. And that run rate has been taken well down.
Absolutely, in the 17th over. Haven't quite cracked 150 yet. Have now.
NT strike, 6 for 149 after 17 overs. Hoping to get a little bit more out of these last few overs of their innings. Andrews on 19 and Bell McMahon on 6.
Yeah, 3 overs remaining, so I doubt very much they're going to get that 200. They look like they're going to sail past it early on. Brilliant fight back by Nepal. It's possible they could struggle to get any more than about 180. Down in the lower reaches of the batting order.
Well fielded there. Throw it. Again, the captain coming in. This will be his 4th over as well. Managed to claim the scalp of Matt Hammond last over. His last over, I should say. Be hoping for a little bit more of that. That one well fielded again. Threatened to run over the boundary line. Again, just allowing one through. Allowing 2 through there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Rohit's 4th over, but we'll just check the scorers perhaps at the end of the innings.
through for 3 already prior to this.
If you hadn't hit that, I think that might have been called a wide, but T20, you swing at anything, especially with inside 3 overs remaining. Good innings by Andrews. He's just building slowly. It's important he stays there. We're running on everything.
NT strike side just looking a little bit unsettled, even though they've been in, Andrews and McMahon, for a few overs together now. They just haven't quite found their groove. Not really trying to reach, as you said, something like 170 or 80. They're just trying to go through the motions at the moment. That one called wide. Flicks that one up and over. Has that reached? No, not quite.
Excellent running again by McMahon. He saw that the fielder had pretty much taken the ball, but he called Andrews through for the second run. He was running to the danger end. Got there comfortably.
And final ball of the over for Rowett. Swing and a miss to Andrews. NT strike 6 for 158 off 18 overs.
So 8 off his last over. I have him down for 4 overs, 1 for 23. The skipper. Not a bad return. And total 6 for 158 with 2 overs remaining. So 180, I reckon, will be a pretty good effort from here. And Nepal are right in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've mentioned a few times, very shaky to start off with. 19 off that first over. Halfway through in the ninth, they also conceded 17. But other than that, it's been a really, really tight innings.
We might see, potentially, long way to go, first win by a team chasing them.
We could well do. And it'll be Lamashane again. I think this one is his 4th over coming up. It is. Oh, and that one is well wide.
Lamashane's bowled pretty well, but that's the sort of thing I'd bowl.
He's been a bit all over the place today as well. A couple of really, really impressive wickets, but he's also been costly. That 17 was off one of his overs. I think the same over. He got 4 fours to start and he thought, oh, this is getting costly. Then he's gone through and taken Darcy short. MT strike 6 for 163.
Strange start to this over. A wild no ball to start with, and then he tried to bowl a quicker ball. That was dispatched for 4. So a little bit of the good work potentially could be undone in this penultimate over.
It can be costly, Lamashane. Oh, is that gone?
How slick was that move by the keeper? Brilliant keeping.
McMahon stumped. Gone for 12. I was about to say, Rob, that McMahon and Andrews, now Andrews is on 24. Are they looking like they might explode for these last couple of overs? Not to be. Take a look at this. Out of his crease and bang. As you said, very slick. Quick by the keeper. Asif will open the batting as well. Number 2, keeping tonight his first real involvement there.
3rd wicket for Lamashane. He's it's been a mixed bag, to be fair, but he's bowled a couple of rippers. That ball then, and an earlier wrong-un to dismiss Jacob Dickman, the number 3 for NT Strike. So he's bowled some deliveries that would have done Shane Warne proud, and he's bowled some other deliveries that perhaps not so good. But exciting cricketer. A bit of banter with Darcy Short was good fun. They ended friends when Short was dismissed. So good theatre from this cricketer.
He's not going to like me saying this, but that's one wicket keeper being stumped by the other, Rob. Bit of an anomaly there.
Yep, good pickup.
So bowling attack now in with the bat, Kane Richardson. He won't have long at the crease. 18.5 overs gone.
Tall, powerful man. If he starts swinging, they'll go a long way.
Again, good running. They've maintained that the whole innings, the NT Strike team. Good running between the wickets. No exception there. Squeeze through for another 2. 165. And over. And the ball left. Bang. Fielder maybe could have approached that. Instead, let it come to him.
Yeah, I agree, Will. I thought he could have had a go at catching that.
I think Lamashane's just sort of said the same thing to him, arms out, and he sort of said, what's going on
4
there?
wickets, mate, what are you doing? Yeah, just showing him how to cup his hand. Maybe he lost sight of it, Will. He gave up on it pretty early. The murky sky above. Lost in the lights, maybe. Take a wicket there. New batsman in, chance for Pfeiffer, not to be.
Very quick by the bowler there. Not to be. One over left. NT Strike 7 for 167. What more can they put on top of that? What's the total they'll set for Nepalese in the second innings here at DXC Arena?
Lamashane finishes his 4 overs, 3 for 38. Excellent bowling. It's Captain Rohit's 4 overs, 1 for 23. Airy, 4 overs, 1 for 33. Slow bowlers have done excellently to restrict NT Strike, who lost their first wicket in the 4th over with the score on 46. They were flying early.
It will be Shahab Alam, the final over for Nepalese in this innings. So far he's produced 4, 6 and 12. Conceded, rather. Tom Andrews on 25. Most likely at the moment he's still on strike. We're going to see some big swings from him this last over, Rob.
Yeah, I think that's all we've got. 5 balls remaining.
Have a crack. Misses that one.
Gee, that was very close to a wide ball. He's still standing looking back at the umpire. Can't believe it.
Bang, that one's coming our way. Did it clear the rope? 6 for Andrews, and there's that big swing coming. He's So he now puts them up to 173. Maybe that 180 is in sight. Still realistic.
Been any really important innings by Andrews. He's sort of kept the middle order together, 31 of 25.
That's that one through. That'll be called wide. And Andrews only been betted by short so far. Squeezes through. That might be his last strike for this innings. Richardson now to face fifth ball of the over. Directing traffic there. Just reassembling the field. What's the line got him in here? Oh, what's Richardson got him in here? It's up, it's in the lights, it's caught. Taken there by Kushal Bertel, who opened the batting in about 15 minutes time, but for now can bask in the glory of that catch and sends Richardson on his way. 3 runs off 3 balls.
Yeah, excellent bowling by Alam. He's been important. Yet another one of the slow bowlers that has really pegged back the run rate for the NT strike. Excellent catch. It was in the air a long time. Had to come in from the boundary about 15 metres or so. Diving full length forward and gives Alam his second wicket. Richardson goes for 3.
So in comes Hamish Martin, captain of the Palmerston Cricket Club up here. Expect to see a bit more of him next innings. Spin bowler, I believe. And he'll face 1 ball. So a bit more of it's a sundry rock, but otherwise just out for 1.
Plenty of those. And he tipped it. A couple of balls to go. That's all Richardson had in the kit bag. It was a big hit, but mistimed it badly. Perhaps a slightly slower ball. Hand came off the bat and had no real power on the shot, and so an excellent catch. Player running in from the boundary rope. Wonderful performance by Nepal. Fight back from none for 46 in the 4th over to probably keep them under 180, barring a 6 from the last ball.
I wonder if the big fella's got it in him. As you said, he's there. That is the 9th drop. 10th from the batting order here. Bang. No 6 there, no boundary. Squeeze through, and I think they've gotten to there. Good running again between the wickets. So NT strike will end their first innings with the bat at the top end series. 8 for 100.